Hi there. I am excited because today I have some extra time. So I'm making a video for Country Craft Creations, and I'm going to be using the embellishment templates that they sell. I have been having so much fun with these templates, you guys. I cannot tell you. I've been using them in books. I've been making cards. I've been making things to hang on the walls. It just has been a blast using these. They sell them in two different sizes. And I am using embellishment set number 2 today. And I'm going to be using it with this paper from Doodlebug Designs. They came out with a Doggone cute line and a cat line just a little bit ago. It hasn't been that long. And I am going to be using up some things that I have left over. That's the main reason that Country Craft Creations did these embellishment templates, is to use up all of our leftover bits and pieces. But I got to thinking, I am kind of going all in with just using it for making cards, this package kind of that I put together just for making cards. And I'll tell you why. We have some great rescues around here. As a matter of fact, that's how we got our Maverick. He is such a derpy dog, but we love him to death. And I want to make some cards to donate to, we have several rescue shelters, and of course here our Humane Society is fantastic. Just to give them that they could maybe send to people who volunteer their time with the dogs and or the animals or the cats, and people who donate financially, that they can send them a cute card saying thanks so much for thinking about us and for choosing to give to our organization. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up doing, I think, maybe some with the cat line, and I'm using the dog line. So that being said, I'm going to get started. I went in and I pulled a couple of papers that I thought I might want to use, but got, I hate to say it this way, but doggone it, I can't decide which ones I want to use. So I'm going to wait until after I get done actually building my embellishments, and then I will pick the paper that I want to use. I'm going to use the Chit Chat. Absolutely love the Chit Chat. All the different sayings, all the different, everything from birthday to thank you to let's just talk about the dogs and the pets and family. So these Chit Chats are fantastic. And I have some sprinkles, of course, some stars that came. And then I am just a big fan of using these mini icon stickers with these embellishment templates. And you get 3 different sheets. So you can make so many different cards. I think what I am going to do actually is I probably will step back from doing the larger card in this instance, because I want to get a few extra sheets of these, because I really do want to make some to donate to our rescue shelters here. So I'm going to pull the template I'll be working with today, and it's the larger circle. So I'm going to end up with, in this case, a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 card. And this is what I guess I will refer to as my working base. This is the base that I want to work on. This base, I like to cut as close to the finished dimensions that I'm going to need when I want to put the panel down on my card front or in a book or making something to hang on somebody's wall, whatever I'm ending up using it for. So that being said, I cut this working panel 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. So I'm just going to line this up. Now, if you want to get real technical with it, we can get in here. I usually can eyeball it, but you certainly can lay this down here, pull out, and get approximately where you think use your lines on your scoreboard and get approximately where you think it's going to. Oops, I just knocked that back. Oh my goodness. And I put my tape side up so that I can grab it, but you can certainly go in this way, and that's pretty good, except for I want to go up a little bit with it, it looks like. It's in the corner again. It's so nice to have everything that it stays nice and square. Push down and pull up, and that looks, I mean, that's pretty darn good, right? Get us right in the middle where we want to be working. Let me get one more piece of tape. I reuse these tapes over and over again. It's funny, I'm doing a dog line because as I looked at this top tape, that's got some Maverick hair in it. Darn dog. Actually, I'm going to work right on this, I think. Flip this over so I don't get distracted by the lines. Okay, so I went through and I did pull some stickers. I like to powder the back of my stickers. Everybody does things differently. You certainly don't have to powder them, but I like to powder the back of them, and I just used the old-fashioned bag, pouncing bag, and I saw this years ago. Somebody put a binder clip on it so that you can really get down and pounce. I do like some of the new powder tools. I think they're fantastic if you're doing a little bit more delicate of an area, but for me, this goes super fast. It's either this or the old-fashioned baby powder in a jar, or on a jar, and then just spreading it on the back of my stickers. So these are the guys that I kind of picked out in advance. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. I used some of the stickers for another project, but these are kind of the ones I picked out. So I don't know. I'm just going to play here like you guys have seen me do with some other ones. I'm not quite sure what I'll end up with here, but look at how darn cute is that. These little guys are so adorable. Tell you what, those Doodlebug design people, oh my goodness, you can't help but fall in love with just the cuteness of everything. It just makes you smile. It gives you happy moments. And they just, making these mini icons work really well for cards, planners, like your planners and stuff. I was thinking the same thing as I was going through, maybe this one up here, as I was going through the paper pad, because there's so much that you can use in your planners within that paper pad. Just like the larger, they're 12 by 12 papers, they have all of the sayings and everything on their 6 by 6 pads too, all of their ephemera words and all that kind of good stuff. So let's see here, fire hydrant. Put this maybe up here. I like this little guy with the stick. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see here. This guy chasing a ball. Get him over here a little bit more. Let's see here. Water dish. Oh, look at this one with the hiney in the air. Oh my gosh. So darn adorable. Love the hiney in the air. Let's see here. Let's put this one here. So I cannot believe that we're headed into August. I feel like it's the middle of July already. What is happening to summer? Where did it go and why? Goodness gracious. I can't believe it. I ran into the grocer the other day, and they had some school supplies out already. Oh my gosh. I feel like the kids just got done with school. It's kind of crazy. We're not there in our life anymore with the kids in school. But my gosh, I can't believe that there's parents that are actually thinking about having to buy school supplies again. Wow. And here in the Atlanta area, in the South, the kids start school. Let's see here. The kids start here in August because it's so warm that I think they just figure it's better with the weather to get the kids in school. It's kind of like I grew up in the Midwest, and kind of there we grew up that we went Labor Day to Memorial Day. So it's different here. So these kiddos will be going back to school relatively soon. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. It's amazing how I like to keep everything pretty square. I don't know if I can fit that bone in there. There we go. Oh my gosh, these guys are so cute. I'm going to have fun making these cards, that's for sure. I'll have to get out some kitty stuff too. My goodness. I feel like it's a way for me to do something and volunteer other than giving money, and not that, we all do what we can do. But oh gosh, these puppies and these animals are in such need sometimes, and to have great organizations nearby to support. Okay, I'm liking this. And of course, then we'll go in and fill in with all kinds of gems and stuff too. So I'm going to start laying this stuff down. I'm going to use again, use the thin profile dots. There are squares. There are several different companies, of course, that make them. These are scrapbook adhesive ones. They also make my favorite tape runner, which is this one. But scrapbook adhesives, let me grab another one that you can kind of see. They do two different thicknesses in their foam adhesives for popping stuff up. They do this thickness, which is their normal, which is the normal thickness. And then they do this thinner profile one. And I really like these thin ones because I like to pop stuff up, but sometimes, especially on cards, getting too much dimension isn't what I necessarily want. So I'm gonna be working with these thin ones again. And I'm just gonna start laying this stuff down. I guess I'll start in the center and work my way out. It's supposed to get really hot here this week. We actually have had pretty mild temperatures for Georgia, but we were at Scrapbook Expo last weekend. We went and had a great time. It's so much fun to just get out there and see kind of in a group setting, and get out on a showroom floor and learn new techniques and see new products coming out. It is not what it used to be. I remember going, and at one time I felt like, it took you a day and a half to do the showroom floor, and it certainly isn't that anymore, but we have the best time when we go. And it was a group of 7 of us this year, and it was fun. Some ladies took some classes, Some of us just sat and brought our stuff to scrapbook and crop. So we had a really good time. I'm not sure. I know that they, of course, were headed to Chicago this past week, and I know that they're having their expo there. But I'm just really happy that they're still doing it. I guess one of the funnest things was that there were so many people, and that brought younger people with them. And I really appreciate that because it's fun. There was one sweet, sweet girl who they have little contests that you can do, of course. And she won a challenge for a card. And the gentleman made the announcement of whoever made, this and this card. And she jumped up and she was so happy. And it's just exciting. It's so exciting seeing younger people crafting and doing scrapbooking and wanting to keep the memories going. It's just really nice to see. So we had fun watching some of the younger ones too. I am having problems peeling off the back of my stickers. So, let me see here. It's not the sticker's fault, it's Beth's fault. And if it doesn't get better real quick, I might put a pause on this, even though I want to keep going, but if my neuropathy just is going to keep being wicked, there's no sense in fighting the battle. And I don't necessarily pop all of these up. But I will do quite a few just because I like them lifted a little bit above when I put my gems and such down. I don't know if anybody got to spend some time on the 4th with Country Craft Creations and their YouTube. In my last video, I was kind of a Momo and I was calling it a blog hop, but it was actually YouTube because, these ladies are far more advanced than my thought processes. I'm thinking blog and I'm saying blog and they're all over the YouTube, which, this is all of my 3rd one I'm doing video and I'm enjoying it. Certainly having fun working with these spacers. This little guy howling is just adorable. They're all adorable. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if I was saying to my husband, because I said I really want to do a video for another card. And he said, are you going to do live? And I said, oh boy, I don't know. I don't know that I could. I don't know that I want to do live. Kind of makes me afraid a little bit, not going to lie. Gotta lift this up, see if I'm getting straight. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm working a little bit further away from myself than I normally do. I have to figure out what I really want to do for camera and stuff too, because I actually am just using my iPhone yet. And I have this little arm that comes across, which is fine. But earlier I bumped it, and my husband said to me, now you have to be careful when you're doing this that you don't bump that arm because it's going to make the camera. And what do? I bump it and the camera goes all kinds of wiggling. So I'm sorry about that. Do this again. My water dish is a little crooked. That's better. Get the Frisbee in there. So, oh my goodness. Has anybody seen the new, actually, I'm sure you've all seen it. I shouldn't say it that way, but the new Hello line from Doodlebug is just adorable too. I can't wait to get my hands on that. I'm starting to work on Christmas stuff already. I'm planning out my cards because if I don't get going on them now, I'm not going to get them done. And so I'm kind of one of those people that, gotta get the Frisbee in here. Kind of one of those people that really does work in advance because I want crafting to be fun for me. I don't want to have a lot of pressure about it all. So I usually am pretty organized as far as planning out my projects. And last year wasn't such a good year for me in crafting. I got some Christmas cards made, but it certainly wasn't what I normally do. And then what I normally do didn't even get sent out. I was just busy trying to stay out of the bed and get the house decorated and all that kind of stuff. We actually decorated early last year too because I just wasn't feeling the best with treatment. And so this year I'm hoping that Christmas is a little bit more relaxed and back to normal like last year. I cannot believe that I'm talking about Christmas right now in July. That seems crazy. But like I said, if I don't plan it out, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to get my act together and figure out what I want to do. And I don't know. I said to John, depending on what I have to go through and check out all of my leftover Christmas embellishments that we all have. My gosh, when you stop and think about all the leftovers we have to use up. And here I am, but I couldn't resist this doggy line for making cards to donate. But I'm going to get in and get through my Christmas lines and see what I have left over. And I actually might sit and make some really special cards for a few people, depending on, again, how much time I end up having. But there's some great Christmas lines coming out. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, every year there's just something new. I love the new Simple Stories. They did a floral one for Christmas, and oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. So try and get that a little closer to the edge. Here we go. Getting there. If my nails didn't look so bad, I actually would do much better without having these fake ones on. Not really good with the fake nails, but my nails still are so bad after treatment, and I'm hoping that I start getting a little bit more progression with them. As far as, let's see here, I think I'll put the collar here, the bone up here. I might have to get like a little tennis ball for in there or something. This little guy has got to go in first. And then my guy with the hiney up, because He is just too darn cute. I just am happy that I have a place to do crafting. I have such amazing friends that I have met crafting. I just can't even tell you the support and the blessing that my crafting friends have been to me. It's such a fun and happy place to go. We all need to do it for our sanity. I don't know how people don't have a form of escapism. I certainly have friends who also are big readers, you know, just some way to step away from life. I did a lot more reading when I was younger than I do now. I have a tendency to, oh, shoot, did I do this that I can't get him in? I'm sorry, I have to pick this up and see if I can lift my little guy here and move him over a little bit more because I have to get the dog with the hiney in here. There's just, I have to. It's just a must. Okay, let's see if this will help. I'm going to hold this a little bit closer to myself for a minute. Come on. Actually, I'm probably going to have to pick the fire hydrant up too. So you can see it's kind of crossing over a little bit there. But I have to get the dog with the hiney. I'm sorry. He's got to go on. Gotta start getting, there we go. There, move that up a little bit. I don't know how you people do the nails all the time. This looks like it's gonna have to go up too. I have to get him in here. So this is, oh goodness. This is what it is. Just keep moving it around. Okay. Now you have to get in there like that. Maybe it was the collar. Maybe that's why I had the bone there. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just kind of picking this all right back apart as I'm doing it. It all laid in there so nicely, and then I moved it too quickly. Maybe. Okay, let's put the collar back up here. Get another half of a... Might need to get the tweezers out. Thinking it's a must now. Oops, sorry, causing a ruckus. Let's see here. I don't know where my other little tweezer went. I think I'm going to just use the tip of this. There we go. Okay. Get this up a little bit further. Nope, now it's crossing over that. ribbon with my scissors. I just cut it because well, this certainly isn't going very well. I'm sorry about this. Where did my teeny tiny tweezers go? Here it is. I guess I should have made sure I had everything perfectly unpacked from my weekend of being gone. Get that laying nice and flat there. Oh, you can't even see that I slid it. It laid down so nicely. Sheer dumb luck. All right, puppy, let's get your behind in there. Sorry. Just all for a puppy's behind. Oh my goodness. There we go. I like that better. I'll get this here. I think this little rope was underneath here. Might have to move the frisbee down below. Seriously. Okay. I think I'll move the frisbee down below and the rope up in the corner. And then we'll have the dog bone in there also. Oh gosh. Kind of excited. I am able to have dinner with all of my kiddos tonight. It's kind of nice when we can get together and do that with everybody working. It certainly is a different scenario sometimes, for us anyway. Actually, everybody had off the 4th too, but I just love catching up with everybody around the table, and it doesn't seem to happen often enough anymore. Let's see here. One more little piece here. Getting there. There we go. This is one of these that we might practice doing the speeding up of the video maybe, because I just feel like I'm stumbling here a bit today. Okay. So I have a bone left. And this tag. I ended up popping everything up. Oh well, that's okay. I keep watching Tamara's little videos of all the pups at their place. Of course, it's just absolutely adorable. They have such great personalities. To watch all of them is cuter than cute. It's fun to go to an in-person event in Utah and actually get to meet the OG Wilbur. Not that the others don't come around also or now, but there's nothing like that stinking Wilbur. He's something else. Okay, let's see here. I have to hold it up that way. I think that looks pretty cute. So let me get rid of some of these tabs I have laying all over here. And I will haul out some of my goodies. Oh, I found these. These are from the Falling For You, which was a Doodlebug line from this past fall. It wasn't Falling For You. It was Farmer's Market. And I love the little brown hearts. So I pulled these out thinking I might could use some of those little brown hearts. And then, of course, there's the little stars and these guys. I'm not sure. Kind of like these little green dots that were in these flowers too, that were in that same Farmer's Market line. So I think I'm just going to pull some stuff out. I also have some of these that I got when I was at Tamara's in the shop, and I really like this yellow. I like the blue too, so I might put a few of these. And she has these available in so many different colors. And I'm gonna kind of pick through, I'm sure, and end up with some of the smaller size ones. That's my typical MO for working on cards anyway. So let's put those over there. I'll put these in other containers. But I just wanna, after I get them opened here, put some blue here. Okay. All right, so I have some of those to pick from too. So let's see here. Sure, I'm still trying to be in frame here. So when they do these, when Doodlebug does their sprinkles, they do shaped sprinkles, and then in between their shaped sprinkles, they always do something fun. Like in here, they did the little dots. I also pulled these out because I like these little hearts, these little tiny hearts that were in Home Sweet Home. So I pulled some of those out too. So let's see here. I think I will use some of these little dots. I'm not going to use the yellow and blue because I have the gems from Tamara to use instead. So I'm gonna just start filling in. This teal blue. I could use sheets of just these little guys, I tell you. They're so pretty. I love the way they reflect the light. Oh, I hear doggy paws outside my door. Mr. Maverick's walking around out there. Our little, we have a Yorkie, and then we have a Husky. So a Husky mix. The Yorkie we actually did get from a breeder. And he is something else, I tell ya. He's got quite the little personality, our Watson dog. And then we have Maverick, and Maverick was a rescue. And one of my friend's daughters, who just has a heart for animals, not that her mom doesn't either, doesn't also, I should say, but she was driving along and happened to run across this pup's mother, and ended up tracking the dog down to make sure she hadn't hurt the dog at all. And at least that's to the best of my recollection, and ended up coming upon these pups at this home and ended up getting them to the shelter where they needed to be taken care of. And we ended up adopting Maverick because my daughter took one look at him and his beautiful, beautiful eyes and said, "Oh my gosh, we need him." So we have Maverick, and like I said, he's a derpy dog, but he fits right in with the rest of us, so he's a keeper. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. Let me see here. I want to get a couple of hearts in because I like the hearts. And then I'll get some gems in there too. Let's see here. Stay away from the pink. We'll use those in the kitty. Oh, maybe I'll put one right on top of the doghouse. There we go. That added a little something to the doghouse. Not that it needed any adding to, but I do like these brown hearts too. Come on. Let's see here. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Oh, how cute. And of course, we know that with Doodlebug designs, they are very kind and have been for all these years, to make their lines coordinate color base wise. So that is, let me see here. I'm going to go with another heart, I think. Which to me is just makes using up all of the things from their lines so much easier too, because gosh, you don't have to worry about the pinks matching or the red matching or the blue tones being the right blue, and I love that. Okay, let's see here. Maybe a heart down in here. Let's do a brown one. Okay. All right. Still feel like I want something right there. Let me see what I got for gems. Let me see how these gems end up working for me. Let's see here. Oops. A little much. But I can dip. Oh, got a little bit too much glue on that one spot, but I can dip in and get them set. There we go. Oops, there goes my camera again. I'm so sorry. I apologize. My husband tried to warn me. Oops. Let's see here. Let's see. Get a few more in here. Tweezers is sticky now. Oops, bubble. Let's see here. Gosh. Maybe just a couple more. Let me see. Pick this up. I feel like I need a little something in here yet. Let me see. Let's see here. I have this little sampler packet that I got at some point along the way. Let's see if I can pull these guys off here. I need some more red. I don't have any little tiny red out right now. Grab these. I would love to see what you guys are making with your templates. If you want to post your treasures that you're making. Let's see here. It's all the yellow. Got too much yellow. I'm going to have to find some red. Hold on a second. Let me find some red quick. This might get a little loud. I'm sorry. There's some red. Just feel like I need a little red in there. Oops, got his ear. Come on. There we go. These tiny ones, I don't know about you guys, but these tiny ones are just my favorites. I love these little guys. I'm feeling better putting some red in. It looks better to me. So nice to use this stuff. Use our stuff up. That's how I'm feeling every time I work with these templates anyway. Okay, let's see. I have everything a mess here, so let me do this. Get rid of some of these parts here. I feel like I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna peel it away. There we go. Now I need to figure out, put this on the black to make it pop first. There's just something about that little framing that helps me with how finished it ends up looking and making that panel pop. Again, my tape runner, which is incredible. Put that in and I got a little edge up there. Go. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I was thinking too, I mean, I like the enamel dots and hearts and everything on here, but there's this little pen, and I don't know if I'm going to get brave enough to do it or not, but there's a little pen that you can use to do enamel. It ends up drying looking like it's enameled. Here one is. And it's a glaze pen. Let me see if I can show you guys. What I mean. But if you work with it, let's see here. This one might be done for. Yeah, this one is done for. Let me see here. I should have another one. And I really thought I had another one. The clear one, but I wanted the black. I do have another one. Sorry about that. Get rid of the old one. I'm going to toss it out right away. So take off the plastic. And there we go. So you can see that it kind of makes that, gives it a little bit of a shine. So I might get brave. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll use one of the stickers over here that I had. So here's a little pup that I didn't use with the little slippers in his mouth. But if I take this and just touch the black, see, it gives him his eyeballs just a little bit of a pop. And I know that they do some of the enameling like that on some of their doodle pops. But see, it just gives it a little bit of a raised. So that's kind of fun. So I might get brave and do my eyeballs on this card after I'm finished with the glaze pen. So let's see here. I have this. All right. I love their plaids. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna be, I don't want to say same old, but oh my gosh, I love their plaids. Look at that. I'm gonna use the plaid. I know I am. Okay, so that's, although this stripe might be really cute too. Oh, see, that's really cute too. This is where I just need to stop. All right, I'm gonna go back to the plaid because I really like the plaid. Oh, these options. But see, look at all this little stuff in their 6x6 pad. This is all, you can make all little cards, gift enclosure cards with these. You can use them in your journaling or on your calendars. They just make it so easy with so many different options at Doodlebug. Let me see here. So I think I'm gonna do the plaid. Let me grab my trimmer. I know I have it somewhere here. Here it is, handy dandy 10 Holtz trimmer. Let's see here, and we're gonna go 5 3/8. 5 3/8. Yeah, I like that. I think that's so cute. I might actually do a little frame out of red too. Let me see here. Got this red with the hearts. Let's see here if we take that and just do another little. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to add some red. Normally, I would not waste this. I'd go with one of the Doodlebug solids, but I don't think I have any handy. I don't. So let me see here. This I did. Get a quick measurement here so I don't try not to miscut my paper anyway. So this is, so I'm gonna go 4 7/8, 4 7/8 by 4 7/8 for my red trim. Ooh, I'm going to take a little bit more than that. Take another 1/8 of an inch, I think, or 1/16 of an inch. It's not much. That's why I like this little guillotine trimmer for when I'm doing cards, because I can just trim up little bits. Okay, and now, yeah, I like that little trim of red in there too. So let's get some. And then I think I might pop this whole panel up. I use this a lot. Just for lining up in that corner. It is so helpful. There we go. So I need to trim just a little bit off this one edge yet. There we go. All right, now I'm trying to decide if I'm going to pop this whole panel up or if I'll just leave it. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay. Before I do this outside though, I want to decide what I want to do on my inside. So for the inside, I did cut and trim a inside panel for my sentiment or whatever we want to put in there. And the inside is a 4-inch square piece. And then I did, the black is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm sorry, I just bumped my thing again. So now I have to get a color in here. I like the green. I'm going to back this up a minute because I don't know what I'm going to put in the inside. So now I'm starting this. Gosh, I'm just kind of all over the place. Let's see, this is the Chit Chat Best Pal. Hello, friend. That's so cute. Love you forever. Best friends forever. Let's see here. Hello, friend. I like that. That might be on my front of my card. Let's see here. Bark less, wake more. Oh my gosh. I rough you. See. Kind of looking for a perfect day. Oh goodness, this is the first time I've ever had this happen. I'll just have to trim it up with the scissors. Looks like the machine when it was cutting might not have gotten all the way through on this pack, but that's all right. It's well, you can easily see where it does need to be cut. You warm my heart. Best friends forever. Let's see, is there a hello or just because? Hello, furry friend. You know what? Maybe I will. Let me see here. Oh my goodness, I can hear my daughter laughing in the other room. I think I'm going to do the Your Possum. That little just came right off. No big deal. There. Okay, so I'm going to do the Hello Friend and Your Awesome, and I might need a paw print. Awesome. Oh, this one's really cute. Look at this one, the heart with the little, I'm going to use that one. Gather these up. So much fun. All these bits and pieces. Put these up here. All right, now that I have an idea of my sayings or what I want for sentiments, I'm going to do the Your Possum with a little paw. And I want to go with the stripe blue. I kind of like the green. kind of like the stripe. It's a plaid on the outside and the stripe on the inside. Too much, maybe. So I think I'm going to go the blue or the green. I like the green. So we'll turn this grass around the right way. Oh, wait, what? It's got a little pause on it. That's the side I have to use. Oh, goodness, see? Just keeps going. So inside, I think we'll make this one a 5x5 panel. Let's see here. I'm hoping I'm staying pretty center for you guys. I have to clean off my mess here soon because pretty soon I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Does anybody else, does this happen? My space is getting smaller and smaller because I keep putting more and more. Okay. All right. I think I have everything I want now. You can see where you could just flip things around a little bit. Turned over that paper and I was like, no, the paws, because possum. You're all gonna be like, oh, it takes forever to make a card. But I'm having fun. After I get done with this and I hit the stand again, after I get done with this, I will run downstairs and get some potatoes going for dinner. Let's see here. Oops, thing's crooked. It's probably my head. I always laugh at myself and say, well, if it's crooked, I can just turn my head a little bit and it'll be okay. I actually have to turn off a little bit of this black. Just takes off the littlest bit. Oops, come on. There we go. And I hit my thing again. My husband's gonna die. We're gonna just have to do a big speed up on this whole thing here. I don't know if anybody else has this tape runner, but oh my gosh, such a nice tape runner. This past weekend when we went to, oops, there's a little piece on over there. When we went to Scrapbook Expo by us, I was doing some cards, some share cards, and you guys all know when you go to events, sometimes if you have the time, you can do the share cards. And I said to myself, because I came across 2 old rolls of adhesive for my old Scotch gun, my big pink gun. And I said to myself, you're going to take that and you're going to use up this old tape. And it's really not that old. It was fine. The adhesive was still good. But just using that big gun was crazy. It's crazy how heavy that was. Okay. Pretty good. This down, pin in. This one first. And I am not skimpy with the adhesive. Obviously, you guys can see that. It's just because I don't want it falling apart in somebody's hands once they get it. And like I shared previously, I am also one that I want to use double-sided adhesive, whether it's a tape runner or the actual roll of double-sided adhesive when I make cards, because I just don't want the card to warp at all. And sometimes, at least it's for me, for whatever reason, that will happen from time to time. Let me see here. Feeling like that looks pretty good. Sure, my hand did. Try it again. Still a little off. There we go. That looks pretty good. All the way down. And then, don't know if I should use the For You or Hello Friend. I think I'm going to use the Hello Friend. And for this, I'm just going to trim up a piece of paper. Do my layering thing that I do to give it some substance without adding too much bulk. Okay, so put these two together. Go. Let's get laid on the back side, down at the bottom. Make sure I'm working on the right side. Let's see here. There we go. Now that'll sit nicer on the card base. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I feel like I really struggled with this today. There we go. Okay. So I'm really happy with that. I think that that's really cute. And now that I have one made, I probably will order a few more packages of the mini icons just so I can work with a little bit more. And of course, I'll do some kitty ones. Maybe I'll hop on here when I'm making a kitty one because they're just as adorable. There's no doubt about that. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I hope you guys have hopped on and grabbed some of these wonderful templates. They just make such a great way to use up our scraps and our bits. So, and sometimes not. In this case, I just couldn't help myself. I just had to go all in on this one. So take care, everybody, and I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.